Okay. Rough morning, rough morning, rough morning. But okay, it is what it is. All right, let me tone this down here. Very, 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 very rough morning. Okay, let's get this started. Oh, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. First of all, I want to apologize for being late. Um, the one thing I learned from all those years teaching is always be prepared in case the technology fails, and that's what happened this morning. But here's the crazy part: my backup wasn't ready to go either, so I had a problem with the first thing and the backup. So, but I'm here, and that's the thing. So even when you mess up, even if it doesn't jump off, even if you're 15 minutes late, like I am, finish it anyway. Do it anyway. So here we go. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I am Keith K.L. Belvin, crisis specialist, professional counselor, author, and educational consultant. And I come on every Friday, 10:30, 10:45 today, looking to and trying to help people develop a positive personal health through addressing the physical, the mental, the emotional, and the spiritual. And so every Friday morning, 10:30, I come on and I try to have a conversation with those that will hear me, listen to me, whatever. And this way we can work on that. So today we're going to talk about the 6 benefits of being truthful with yourself. Because one of the things that I have noticed recently in some of my sessions is that I have to redirect people into what they are pouring into themselves. And often we are not telling ourselves the whole truth. And that is super important because many of us are not telling the truth to the mirror. And it's important. And I'm going to go through six benefits to being honest with yourself, with the hope that people will act on the 6 ideas. There's probably more. I just chose 6. I don't want to be here all day. And then this way, you can start to act on those things. And if you need professional assistance, well, when I'm done, I will show you my information. And if you want to set up a counseling session with me, I am more than welcome to do that. I am here for you. So, with that said, again, sorry for being late. And understand this, to anybody that is looking to create content, anybody that's thinking about getting on live and all of that, understand that some people are going to go the minute that they pop on and don't see you. And you have to be okay with that. And you also have to deal with the fact that you may get on and actually see nobody in that box that says people watching. You have to deal with that as well. Remember, everybody has to start somewhere and you have to build your following. And often that can be very frustrating and you get tied up because you're like, nobody's watching me right now. And you don't know who's going to see it later. So don't poo-poo yourself. Don't get yourself upset. And you know what? Talk like the whole world is listening. That's what I do. Okay, with that said, I also want to let folks know you are seeing me on YouTube Live, Facebook Live, LinkedIn Live, and Twitter Live. So again, if you're watching me on any of those places, feel free to jump in the chat and tell me where you're seeing me from. Actually, tell me who you are, your location, and I am watching you on, and feel free to fill in. Also, jump into the chat and let me know if you're here. I love to introduce myself to people or say hello. I want to be able to give you a good morning. And bigger thing is, if you're watching on replay, put hashtag replay. And that way it gives me a chance to see who's coming on after the fact. And I will gladly reach out. Okay. So with that started, we're going to get started and folks will join us as they come. Because I hate when folks go, we're going to wait a few minutes for people to come. Then that's no respect to the time of the people who's already with you. So you're going to just tell everybody, let's hold off while I wait for more people. We're not going to do that. So we're going to get right into what we're talking about today. And what we're talking about today is the 6 benefits of being truthful. Yes, there's benefits to being truthful. And I'm going to tell you something. And I know it may seem beneficial to lie to yourself, and it may seem beneficial to lie to other people. You may not want to face certain truths. You may want to hide some things. I get it. I understand it. But you have to think of the internal damage to some things. And if you've made some mistakes, you might want to just apologize. Not you might, just apologize and move on. You can't control what somebody else is going to think and feel. I've apologized for a lot of things that I've done in my life. And that's part of taking ownership of what you have done. That's part of being truthful with yourself, is by acknowledging that you need to do that. And so we're going to go over all of those things. And again, my goal and my hope is to be able to create an opportunity for you to say, you know what, I'm going to look into that. So if you're ready, okay, if you're ready, we're going to go with number 1. So again, top 6. I hate saying top. Sounds like David Letterman. And for you young guys, David Letterman was an old dude on Overnight. 6 benefits to being truthful. Here's number 1. Okay. Believe it or not, you will feel more confident. I don't know why I just stressed it out like that. You will feel more confident. It is so much easier when you tell the truth to feel good about whatever it is. I don't even know where that came from. Excuse me. But yes, when you are truthful, that is where your confidence comes from. So ladies and gentlemen, please understand is that when you are lying to yourself, you are chipping away at the internal structure of who you are. And this is where your confidence starts to dissipate. Many of us try to wrap ourselves so much in the lie that we try to find strength in the lie. You might for a moment, but it's not sustaining, which causes you to have to tell more lies. But the strength that comes from telling the truth, I stand on it. And look at people who are honest. Look at people who say, hey, this is all I can be. I'm being truthful with you. There's a firmness that comes with that. And that firmness allows them to be comfortable in whatever's going to happen. And it's the same for you. However you're going to deal with things in the world is going to come when you're confident. The confidence is going to come when you're truthful. So I want you to write that down. You will feel more confident when being truthful. When people ask me, why do I share in my book, From Gigolo to Jesus, about my past, the number of abortions and miscarriages, all the children that I have, and just the way I live my life, my confidence comes because I use my past to help other people. I'm confident about it because I'm no longer that man. And by sharing with other people, I am allowing other people to see my inequities and to see my transition. And that helps with what I'm doing. That's where my confidence comes from. Okay. I used to wrap myself in lies because I felt that was a way that I could gain confidence. And outwardly, I was able to pull that off. Inwardly, I was dying. In my quiet time, in my alone time, I was killing myself and I was feeling like I was dying. My inner confidence started to match my outwardly confidence the minute that I started to be honest and truthful with myself. The same thing will happen for you. And for my children of faith, before I move on to number 2, my children of faith, all right, those of you that practice the Christian faith, those of you that might be Muslim, Sikh, Jewish, whatever it is, your religious faith, whatever it is, tells you to be anchored in the truth because of the damage that is done when lying. You actually do damage when you're lying because when the person figures out that you've been lying, when the person that is connected to you realize that you're not who you say you are, it could be devastating, which then is devastating for you. So again, confidence will come, but we're going to talk about that more. Now, are you ready? Let's move on to number 2. You won't have a fear of remembering the lie. See, when you're lying, you have to kind of watch everything that you say. You have to kind of be careful. And that's worrisome. And the sad part is if you slip up, now having to explain why you extended the lie. That is devastating. And in I'm a movie junkie. I've told you guys this before. In Godfather 2, Fredo, which is Michael's brother, Michael Corleone, Fredo Corleone. Michael Corleone is the Godfather now. He is the man. His father is gone. Brothers are gone. He is the man, head of the mob. So he's in Cuba because he's making a deal that's going to move the family to higher heights. Now, his brother has been working with other families, and his brother introduced him to a guy, and he said, "How do you?" And Michael asked the guy. The guy's name was Johnny Ola, and Michael asked Johnny Ola, "How do you know my brother?" And Johnny Ola said, "We've never met." He said, "Okay, now Johnny Ola is connected to somebody that Michael doesn't trust, but he says he doesn't know my brother. No problem, cool, brother." They shake hands. He's like, "Oh, hey, how you doing, buddy?" Okay. Now, here's the problem with when you can't remember your lie. They're out partying. They're out drinking. They're at some freaky spot in Cuba. Fredo is gabbing, running off with the mouth, and he goes, "The old man would have never came here, but Johnny Ola found this spot. You got to watch this guy." And I guess, and anytime things are connected to sex, a person's not going to be able to shut up. And Michael is sitting there, and he hears his brother say, "But Johnny Ola comes to these spots all the time." And that's when it hits him. His brother not only lied to him, his brother is connected to the people that are going to try to kill him. His brother is actually in on the plot to kill him. And he realized it because he remembered that what he just said did not match up what he said earlier. He uncovered the lie, all because the person was running off with the mouth, which was his brother. And it has that famous kiss of death scene where he kisses his brother and says, "You broke my heart," basically grabbing him by the throat in the face. And if you've never seen Godfather 2, well, you can see what happens to Fredo, one of the famous scenes. But definitely check it out. But that's the key. If you just stick to the truth, you don't have to worry about remembering the lie. And it grounds you to being connected to you. And again, back to my people of faith, God asks us to come as we are because, one, he already knows who we are. But often we try to hide who we are to God because we're shameful of what we've become. You can purge all of that, which goes back to number one of gaining confidence when you can just embrace the truth. So when you embrace the truth, you gain confidence and you do not have to remember the lie when you lean on the truth. Okay? Hope you got it. All right. Let's move on to number 3. And again, you're looking at Keith K.L. Belvin every Friday, 10:30. I come on, and the goal is to try to help create positive personal health through solid physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual health. Okay, here we go. Number 3. This is interesting because I find this to be true. When you can be truthful, the trust that you create with other people creates opportunity. When people are comfortable, when people learn to trust the real you, when you are truthful with yourself and with other people, it builds a level of trust, and that trust creates opportunity. People will then turn to you and say, "Hey, check out my dude KL, check out my dude Big Dog, check out my dude Keith," because I am truthful, I am who I am, and they can feel comfortable with that, which then causes them to gravitate other people to you or to me. And it'll be the same for you. When you are truthful with yourself, it builds trust, and that trust creates opportunity, and that the truth creates opportunity. All right. And let me just touch on that a second. I want to change that. That should be truth builds trust and creates opportunity. There we go. Let me tighten that up right there. So number 3 reads differently. Here we go. Truth builds trust and creates opportunity. I just want to make sure you have it completely right. Okay? Truth builds trust and creates opportunity. When people know that you are truthful, they are okay with passing you to other people to create opportunities because they have come to rely on you being exactly who you are. You will find yourself in better situations when you allow yourself to be truthful with yourself and with the people connected to you. Now, parents that are going to watch this, or if you want to pass this on to parents, this one right here, drum into your children as early as possible. The more truthful they are with who they are, their highs and their lows, it will create opportunities. Meaning, when you can embrace your negatives, when you are truthful about your negatives, sir, I don't know how to do that. Ma'am, I just don't know how to do that. Sir, I really do know how to do that. And you're being truthful. Ma'am, I really know how to do that. And you're being truthful. It opens up the door to opportunities. Now, you may say, Keith, well, how does me not knowing how to do something open up the door to opportunities? Somebody may decide to help you. Somebody may be looking for somebody who doesn't have any previous baggage. So the fact that you come to the table with nothing and you're truthful about it, you give people an opportunity to say, hey, come work with me because I can show you. So being truthful builds trust, which creates opportunity. Okay, moving on to number 4. Again, this is the 6 benefits of being truthful, what it can actually bring to your life. And I am your host, Keith K.L. Belvin. Number 4, another biggie. Parents, you got to teach this to your children as early as possible. You will earn more respect and trust. People respect people that they care about. I'm sorry, let me take that back. People respect people who, one, tell the truth and are respected because they tell the truth. And they grow in a trust for them. And it goes back to everything else. When people are confident, they learn to respect you. I'm a very highly respected person because I can be counted on to do what I say I'm going to do. And when I can't, I own it. I own it. If I mess up, I own it. If I need to apologize, I do. Do I always want to? No. And if a person asks me a question, okay, you asked, here's the answer. Buckle up. And what needs to be done needs to be done. And you have to, because again, people are counting on you to be who you say you are. And people lose respect quickly when you are not who you say you are. Let me tell you something. When I go back and look at my past, I'm not happy with it. And I don't share it just because I want you to look at it and be like, ooh, no, it's horrible. But I use it because I want you to understand how great God is. And you may go, what are you talking about, Keith? The lifestyle that I chose, I should be dead. I'm counseling a young woman right now who's suffering from HIV and she didn't do anything. Her husband lied and gave her HIV. When you look at the things that I went out here and did, I should be dead. But God had other plans. And that's not lost on me. And when I make mistakes now, they are greater. Because the thing that I kicked myself in the behind with now is you knew better now. And sometimes to go look in the mirror and be honest with yourself, and you go, how did you still make that mistake? You got to dig a little deeper and you have to ask yourself, is the old you creeping back to the wheel? Or is that an honest mistake? And these are the things that the truth brings out. When you decide to have a counseling session with me, right? You decide to invest in a counseling session with me. The only way it's going to be effective for you is if you honestly come to the table, truthful about what you've done, what you're doing, how you feel, whatever. Because then we can sift through the dirt together and find a way to clean you up, get you on the right path, pray about it. Come on, Lord, cover that person. Let's go. So if you don't want to lose the respect of people, be truthful. Because once you do, not only will you gain their respect, you gain their trust as well. Okay? All right, moving on to number 5 of the 6 benefits of being truthful. Lying always requires more energy. Yes, it does. It is tiresome to try to hold on to a lie. It is tiresome to try to live a life that's not yours. And after a while, it beats on you. It grades on you. This is why when you watch shows that talk about the past or the mistakes that entertainers or athletes or folks have made, and one of the things that you realize when people say, and you'll hear this when a person reaches rock bottom, I was living a lie. I had everybody thinking I was this way, that way, whatever. And they'll literally say to you, I was living a lie. But here's what I want you to listen to when you hear that. They'll say, it was like a weight lifted off me when the truth finally came out. When people have to hide their sexuality because their parents are not open, it is tiresome to feel a certain way and can't act on the way that you want. When a person has made mistakes or has made bad choices and they're scared to face the reality. Yeah, the reality may hurt, but you know what? This is the bed. You lay down in it, and if God willing, you get up in the morning, you get up, you brush yourself off, you cover the wounds up with bandages, and you get on out here. But if you want to embrace the lie, it requires so much energy. And that energy is burning you up inside. Believe it or not, it is breaking down your spirit. And for some people, unfortunately, this is why rates of suicide are up. Is because some people, a lot of brothers too, how you feeling? I'm good. First lie. You need to talk? Nah. Second lie. You sure? I'm going to be okay. Third lie. And daily they will tell this lie to themselves. Daily they will try to get others to believe they're okay when they're not. And then when it's too late, the results of all the lying takes its toll. The seeds were planted, and the weeds that come up can choke life out of the person that embraced the lying to begin with. That energy is just not worth bringing into your life. It really isn't. Okay, so I'm going to move on to number 6. But before I move on to number 6, allow me to reintroduce myself. I am Keith K.L. Belvin, crisis specialist, professional counselor, author, educational consultant. I come on every Friday, 10:30 until I'm done, about a half an hour, where I simply do the best I can to try to promote positive personal health by addressing the physical, the emotional, the mental, and the spiritual sides of a person. I am a counselor who is here. If you're ready to invest in counseling, I still have open spots for those that are interested, but this is what I do. I'm also a mentor. I mentor young men, and we are starting on the building the women's programs that actually offer mentorship to young women. I am in the process of building that. I'm actually securing the women that are going to work with me. And so I've had the luxury of having some very intellectual and beautiful women to work with me because some of our sisters need help as well. And I can help with the grown women, but some of the younger women, no, I need some assistance in that area. So I'm going to bring in some sisters to work with some of the young school age folks that I will be working with. I'll deal with the boys and they'll deal with the girls. And the door is open for anybody that identifies in a different capacity. This was the first year I had a young lady that identified as a young man, and okay, come on. You're welcome. The door is open because the reason why is if that's how you feel, we will acknowledge it. My personal beliefs do not come into play with how you feel about you. Now, if you ask me, I may say whatever, but I'm open to you being you because I want you to be comfortable because there's still a way for me to help you. There's still a way for me to mentor you. There's still a way for me to help you be the best you that's going to be, whether you identify as a girl, boy, flu, whatever. And I got to learn all the acronyms. I'm still learning. And some of them keep changing. Y'all don't front on me because y'all know it's very difficult for some of us to keep up on all of the gender acronyms, but I do it out of respect to those who that is how they see themselves. Then it is on me to learn so I can have a conversation where I'm not offensive to anyone. With that said, the number 6 reason for being truthful, the benefit is, here we go, and this is important. Number 6, truth attracts truth. Yes, we attract people by how we choose to live our lives. We attract people by what we put out in the world. So when we are truthful, when we are honest, we can attract more truthful and honest folks. Now, does that mean that we won't attract liars or people who are negative? No, it does not. And yes, you will attract some folks that you look up and go, why did this person show up? Because of your energy. Always remember, guys. Hey, good morning, JJ. What's going on, sir? Always remember this. I don't care how righteous you are. I don't care how good you are. Evil will show up because righteousness is a beacon for evil. It's a signal. Oh, we got to stop them. So never be in shock when you're being righteous and being good that bad things are going to attempt to happen. Embrace it. Be truthful with it. If it's nothing that you can control, accept it. If you made mistakes, own it. I'm just getting on. Oh, yeah. I will go over the 6. I'll review the 6 in a second, bro. I got you. And it's super important because I've heard people say, I was having such a great day and then this happened. I go, okay, so why didn't you pick your day back up? Oh, it just spoiled everything. No, you're giving in to the situation. I'm like, is that still happening? No, it happened earlier. Okay, so you could have made yourself or worked on being happy the rest of the day. Now, I'm not saying that situations are not going to happen. They are. But how you feel about it, how you think about it is on you. And the more truthful you are with you, the easier it is to start to act on things that are going to make it better for you and the people that are connected to you. The more we embrace truth, the more we give ourselves the opportunity to grow. So truth attracts truth. In the last couple years, I've been brutally honest with myself business-wise, and I have to be honest. Thank you to my business coach, because in being truthful with him about what I needed, him pouring into me what I need, he gave me what I needed, and then I acted on that, and it has opened up the doors for other people to find me. So everything on this list, I'll be able to play out, and I've seen it. All right, so because Brother JJ came on a little late and he asked me to go back over it, I am going to go back over the list. And here is the list, the 6 benefits. The 6 benefits of being truthful. Okay, so I'm going to go back through it just for you, Brother JJ. So if you got a pen, you can write these down. If not, you can come to my YouTube page where all of the videos are once I am done. They're all saved on YouTube. But here we go. Number 1. Reason for being truthful with yourself. You will feel more confident. You will feel more confident when you are truthful with yourself. Okay, number 2. Truth builds trust and creates opportunity. And that was supposed to be an S. I just saw that. Let me change that. Let me see. JJ just texted me. No, it's okay on this end, sir. I'm not sure what's going on. So, JJ, if you can hear me, everything is fine over here that I know of. I'm not sure. So, but again, you can always check it out on YouTube. So, number 2, second benefit of being honest with yourself is you won't have to fear of let me go back. Hold on. So let me start this over. You'll feel more confident. I had these the wrong way. Okay, yeah. You'll feel more confident when you tell the truth with yourself. Number 2, you won't have to fear of remembering the lie. Number 3, truth builds trust and creates opportunity. Number 4, you will earn more respect and trust. 5th reason for being truthful with yourself. Lying always requires more energy. It does. Hold on 1 second. He said everything is moving slow. All is well. Here. Okay. All right. And so lying to yourself requires more energy. And number 6, truth attracts truth. All 6 of these can be found. You could do some research on them. But again, all of these are things that I have experienced myself. But if you are a person and you're asking yourself, but Keith, I need to talk to you directly. Or let me ask you a question. If your church is not doing what I'm doing right now, if your church is not offering mental health assistance, you need to reach out to me. You need to give this information to your church. You need to say, hey, I saw this guy today who's working and building mental health ministries. Somebody from the church should contact him. And here is my email. You simply give this to him, info@bravenconsultants.com. Give it to him and simply say, hey, please reach out to him. I would love to have him help us set something up here at the church because I could use this assistance. This is what I do. By creating the mental health ministries, I am actually working on building more ministries in the churches that are directly connected to mental health. That is what MHM stands for, Mental Health Ministries. It is my idea to help the churches establish it. Am I the only person in this space? No, I am not. But I am the only Keith K.L. Belvin, so they can't do it like me. And so you need to be able to speak to your pastor, reach out, have someone reach out to me from their church, and I will gladly take it from there. And if you don't want me to use your name, you can be anonymous. I will say somebody in your parishioner wanted to know what's going on. Okay? So again, now for you, if you're like, hey, Keith, what about me? What if I want to talk to you? What if I want to be able to have a conversation with you? Okay, here we go. I'm glad that you asked. Here it is. If you need to speak to me or to set up a free call, this is the link right here. My link tree /Keith_KL_Belvin. So it's real simple. Just go to linktree.com and look me up, Keith KL Belvin. But there's the actual link. linktre.ee /Keith_KL_Belvin. All right. And then my discovery call link is there. Click on the discovery form, fill it out, and it will send a message to me, and you'll get a Zoom link, and we'll jump on a call together. It's free. Because the goal is to be able to figure out if I can work with you. I may not have the answers. And if I don't, I will find you somebody that can help you. That is what I do. Okay? So now you know how to reach me. Also, if you missed today's video or you want to see other videos that I've done on Fridays, go by my YouTube page. The link is in my bio as well. That's in the link tree. But here's the direct link to my videos. Just go on YouTube. Look up KL Belvin. Everything is KL Belvin. I want to make it easier for you to find me. But all of my videos, over 300 something videos are on. Make sure that you subscribe. All right. That way you'll get notifications every time I go live. All right. Okay. 2 things I want to leave you with. 2 things that are part of what I do as a professional counselor, as a Christian counselor, and as a crisis specialist, right? My goal is to try to restore this right here, happiness. I ask a lot of my clients in sessions, what does happiness look like to you? So I'm going to ask you that question right now as you're watching me. What does happiness look like to you? The definition of happiness is the context of mental, meaning the way you think, emotional, the way that you feel, states. So the state of how you feel and the state of what you think. It is positive or pleasant emotions ranging from contentment to intense joy. So there's levels to happiness. Some of us are just living our best life when it comes to being happy. Some of us are okay. Some of us are not sad. We're not underwhelmed. We're just okay. We're good. We're content. And that's okay. I say push for the bliss, that intense joy. And like Will Smith said in Pursuit of Happiness, this right here is my slight moment of happiness. Okay. I don't know why I got a headache all of a sudden. All right. I need to get more sleep. And the second part that I want you to hold on to, this is one of my anchoring scripture. All right. And this right here, there's a couple, but this one right here, Galatians 6:2. Carry each other's burden in the way you will fulfill the law of Christ. This is it right here. That I believe when you see my hashtag, we can fix this, and you see my hashtag, bring me your pain. This is why I cannot help you if you do not tell me. I cannot, if you want to suffer in silence, I can't fix it. But if you reach out, if you make the commitment to say, you know what, I'm going to reach out to that man for help, I am going to offer something. As a man of God, this is what I'm going to do. That's why my discovery call is free. I want to be able to help people. Now, I am a professional. Yes, I get paid for what I do. I don't sugarcoat that. But have a conversation with me first. I saw a woman wrote on TikTok, I want to reach out to him, but I know he's busy and I probably can't afford him. Now, she made two assumptions about me, that I'm busy and she can't afford me. How does she know that? Now, yes, I am very busy, but that doesn't mean I'm too busy to have a conversation with her. And she never, excuse me, she never spoke to me about what my prices were. So how does she know she can't afford me? Now, she may know her own pockets. Like you say, hey, Keith, she being truthful with herself. That is cool, but you don't know what I have available to me. You don't know what scholarships are out there. You go, scholarships, yes. I have people that I can reach out to that would be willing to offer some type of assistance to people who might need counseling services, which allowed me to discount it to you. Also, this is why I build mental health ministries. Did I tell you I get the churches to pay a portion of your fee? Yes, I do. So I charge what I charge, which is $175. Yes, I have no problem telling you. I'm telling you right up front. That doesn't mean we can't talk. That doesn't mean we can't try to figure something out. This might be the best time for me to help talk to your church, where your church will say, hey, you know what? We'll pick up the 125. She or he will pay the 50, we'll pay the 125. Don't tell me it doesn't happen, because it's happening right now at 3 different churches that I'm working with. The lowest that somebody is paying me right now from their particular church is $25 a session. Their church picks up the rest. Did I tell you that? Because with the mental health ministries, what we're asking churches to do is that whatever your parishioner cannot afford, I want you to pick up the rest, and I'll give you a discount to make it easier. And here's what I found to be true. People are not only enjoying the opportunity for the service, they're showing up for each session. They're not missing the session. And their attendance in church has picked up. Now that is the blessing too. It's a win, win, win. The church wins, the person wins, and I win. And when everybody could win, the blessing and the praise goes to God. Because for without him, none of this is possible. Okay, so with all of that said, I'm going to get ready to go, but I want you to remember that we can fix this. And actually, I said I was going to change that last week. Let me change this, that I have my hashtag in the wrong here. There we go. We can fix this. There we go. Let me bring this back up. Now, here we go. We can fix this. And you see my other hashtag is bring me your pain. Let me explain to you how that works. I tell people that we can fix it because I believe it. I believe when 2 or more people get together, God is present, and that is going to give us what we need to try to figure out how to get you the help that you need, or at least I can send you to somebody who could help you. So that's the first thing, is that I honestly believe that we can fix this. Here's the second thing. I can't do it alone. To make us we, I need you to connect with me, and then we become we. So when you bring me your pain, you are actually pushing the first thing into motion. When you decide I am going to invest in getting the help that I need, then by bringing me your pain, you actually put us in a position where we can now fix this together. So you see, they're interconnected. I need both to be able to help people out the right way. Okay, so with that said, guys, I'm going to get ready to go. I didn't see too many on. I think Brother Jamie has some issues with his connection. But again, I pray everything is well. Remember the 6 benefits of being truthful with yourself. Please leave a comment. Also, like and share. Now, here's the thing. When you like and share, please, when you share, tell somebody why you're sharing it. Because people are getting bombarded with so many videos now, they will just pass it by. Say, hey, check this brother out. Tell them why. Tell them what you get out of seeing me. And then let them experience me live on their own. I look forward to it. And then I realize why I'm having a headache. I haven't eaten. I intermittent fast, meaning I don't eat after 8 o'clock, and then I don't eat again until 12 o'clock. So I'm actually coming up on 40 minutes. So I realize why I have a headache. I haven't eaten. I haven't eaten since yesterday, but it's okay. I'm creating a caloric deficit, which is what allows me to lose weight. And I can eat what I kind of want. I just don't wild out, but I have a calorie counter and all that, and it's working. I'm down 20 in 2 months. Yeah, almost 2 months. So I'm about to go grab something before I faint. Can't be walking around with this big body with not enough fuel. So again, I hope this helps somebody. Please share this. I am here. I look forward to talking to you. I am going to jump off. Have a wonderful afternoon, wonderful weekend. Here's the thing, guys. Next week, I will not be here. I'll be at a camp in Maryland. So I don't think I'll be able to get on in the morning, but I may get on in the evening. But check my Facebook page, or I'll make an announcement of if I'm going to be able to get on in the afternoon, because I know I'll definitely be at the trainings, the bowling trainings during the day. But in the afternoon when I'm at the hotel, I should be able to get on, and we're going to see how that works. Okay? So again, I want you to have a wonderful afternoon, evening, and weekend. God bless, guys.